Welcome to day 3, everybody. How are you today? You'll be happy to know there was no natural disaster on any of my property overnight. Oh, this weather right now, crazy. So glad to be with you here today, everyone. How did it go last night? Did you do the things you were supposed to do? Did you make all of your things, your story versus your facts? Have you done your post yet? Did you ask people to post? Did you do your PLP? If you're new today, we'll send you the recording. You'll know exactly what we're talking about. It was fun to get some of your messages. Some of you did your PLP last night and you had people post and sign up people from it. I loved getting your messages. It was amazing. You said to me, I did my PLP. I got my person to post and she signed up 2 new people. Isn't it amazing? Oh, I'm so happy for you. It's like, I know what I'm talking about or something. Yay. All right. I can't believe it's day 3 of Ignite Week already. Today, we're going to be talking about social media in your business and your life. When you think of social media, what do you think? Tell me what comes to mind in the chat. When you think of social media, what do you think? Tell me in the chat. I love social media. Connection, time suck. Worldwide connection, overwhelming. Free marketing, I'm clueless. Black hole. Julie says black hole. Many platforms, scary. Some of you are giving me your feelings. Love it. I wish I needed feel like I needed it. Mindless scrolling, waste of time, friends and family, new world. Yes. Okay. What your thought is about social media. When I say social media, the very first thought that comes to mind, this is your belief about social media. And we know our thoughts create our feelings. So whatever you think is going to release a chemical and a hormone inside of your brain, and that's going to vibrate throughout your body and cause a feeling, a one-word emotion, like excited, overwhelm, fear, things like that. And when you think this sentence, the one that you just thought when I asked you, social media, what do you think of when you think social media? And you got that thought. What is the feeling in one word, a one-word emotion that comes from that thought? Tell me what your feelings are. Some of you already told me, but you can put them in here. Excited, overwhelm, happy. Some of you, a lot of you said overwhelm, intimidating, confused. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Unsure, dread, anxious. This is so normal. Love it. Anxiety, indifferent. Great. All of the above. All right. Now, some of you are saying it's a necessary evil and that it's sometimes good and sometimes bad. Okay, good. This is so good. The thing about believing that something is bad or good, though, can be tricky because if it's bad, then your brain is going to make it mean that you're doing something wrong if you're in it. When we make things in our life good and bad like this, it usually leads to feelings like shame because we end up having a morality issue with ourselves over it. Notice when I teach you about positive emotions and negative emotions, I don't say bad and good emotions. It's positive emotions and negative emotions. Your brain is very naturally going to think positive means good and negative means bad, but that is a thought error. All right. So when you are looking at defining things as bad or good, when it comes to social media, this is where we can get tricky and sticky. So I want to unstick that for you today before I give you all the facts and all the research that are going to explode your business this year. All right. So when you think of something bad and good, it's going to make you bring up this morality issue. So I want you to have awareness that if you are making it bad and good, that I want to offer you a shift, that it can have positives and it can have negatives. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad and good. It can just have positives and it can have negatives. I used to have a lot of shame around social media and work and resistance to it. Does anyone here feel that way? Like if you're on your phone all of the time, you should hide it and not tell anyone because it means you're doing something bad or wrong. Yes, so very human of you. But what do we know about our feelings? We learned yesterday that we know that they will always be 50-50. 50% of the time, we're going to have positive emotions, and 50% of the time, we're going to have negative emotions. And I like to talk about the analogy of like holding a beach ball underwater in regards to resisting emotions. Okay. So I want you to imagine that you're in a pool and you're trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Eventually, what happens? Your arms get tired, you fall off balance, and the beach ball goes flying through the air. This is what happens when you resist your emotions. Usually this doesn't happen with positive emotions because we like to feel positive emotions. We want to allow them and enjoy them and process them because they feel so good. So usually it's the negative emotions that we're resisting. Like, I don't want to feel shame. I should just quit my network marketing business, or I need to find a different job, or sales is so icky. I just don't like it. Resist it. I don't want to feel this way. I want to feel some other way. Right? We resist it. And when we do that, it actually makes that negative emotion bigger and harder to process later, right? Where does social media go in the model as one word? Social media, where does it go in the model? Circumstance, thought, feeling, action, result. Where does it go? Good. Circumstance. You guys are so smart. You're such fast learners. Okay, where does the phrase, I have a love-hate with social media, go in the model as a sentence? Yes, you're geniuses. It's a thought. And when you think, I have a love-hate with social media, how does it make you feel? A one-word emotion. When you think, I have a love-hate with social media, how does it make you feel? When I have that thought, it makes me feel disempowered. Some of you are saying inequipped, anxious, divided, conflicted. Yes, so good. So good. Look at how smart you are with just 3 days of coaching with me as your coach, learning together here. Bravo. Way to go, everyone. You are showing up and are coming out a more educated and aware human being on the other side. And by the way, in Beyond the Rank, we do workshops like this every single month. So imagine if you did one workshop a month for a year, how much more self-aware and further along in your personal development you'd be after all of that pouring into yourself. There's one of these every single month where you can increase your knowledge and better yourself in some way over and over again. And I'll talk about that more later on today after I teach you about all these things. But in the beginning of the month in our community, I teach a new topic every single month, just like this. I teach a research call every single month, just like this. And you can just keep working on the same topic over and over again if you want to. You don't have to dive into a new topic every month. But I just like to keep lots of fresh content coming your way. And I choose the topics based off of what I'm coaching on a lot or what's coming up a lot on our calls, right? So whatever feeling you have when you think about social media is going to determine what actions you take when you use it. And I want to bring awareness to that today because this is very important to understand that all of your actions when it comes to social media are stemming from your feeling about it when you think your sentence about what you think about social media, right? So when, like, whatever you do, it's going to determine your actions when you take it and use it. And if you're experiencing it but resisting it because you shouldn't be feeling it or you don't want to feel it, then you're just holding that feeling underwater. And the more you resist it, the bigger and bigger it will get. Your behavior at that point might be to delete Facebook Messenger or Instagram from your phone. Do you find yourself deleting the app, deleting it and putting it back on and deleting it and putting it back on? That's happening in your action line because of the way you're feeling, because of the way you're thinking. Notice it. Notice your human behavior. Notice where it's coming from. Notice it's being created by your thoughts. Jill says, I hide it on my second screen. That's what's coming up in your action line. And it's so powerful just to notice your behaviors. We don't even have to judge them. We just notice them. And it's so empowering to recognize what feeling you're taking action on for that behavior to show up and what thought that's being created from. And do you want to look at that thought and continue to believe it? Or do you want to think something else so you can get a different result? Because notice your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings are where you take action from. That's where your behaviors come up, like deleting the app from your phone. And then those behaviors are ultimately what drive you to your results. So notice what happens in your action line when you're trying to avoid the negative emotions you feel on social media. Buffering is a word that describes what humans do to avoid negative emotion. Remember, negative emotions mean imminent death to the lower brain. We have our prefrontal cortex that thinks about its own thinking, and then we have our lower brain that's trying to conserve energy, seek pleasure, and avoid discomfort all the time. And whenever you have a negative emotion, your lower brain is wired, programmed with software on a cellular level to tell you, don't do this, we could die. It's just misinformed about what's going to make you die hundreds of thousands of years later, where negative emotion doesn't. It no longer means that, but it did when your brain was first designed to keep you alive. So buffering can happen when someone responds to a cold message that we send or a reach out. And because they said, this is a scam, you're a scam, how dare you? You thought, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible person that everyone is going to hate because I'm in an MLM. And then you feel fear or shame. And so you buffer, avoid negative emotion by turning on Netflix, having a glass of wine, eating ice cream or a cookie to feel better instantly. And you get a dopamine hit from somewhere else instead of allowing fear and processing it, because you don't want to feel fear, right? It feels awful. I hate being afraid. It's why I always let my kids get into bed with me at night when they've had a bad dream, because I'm like, there's nothing worse than feeling afraid. Come in, let me hold you and hug you. That's what we want to mimic for you. You hold and hug yourself when you have fear, rather than depending on these quick dopamine hits of Netflix, scrolling social media, eating ice cream or a cookie, having a glass of wine, whatever it is for you. So if you're experiencing negative emotions right now with social media, my first tip for you today is to just allow it. Notice it. Stop trying to hide it and just let it be there. Trying to get rid of it, like, I shouldn't feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. When you do that, it means you're trying to ignore it and you're trying to scoot it out the door like a teenager trying to sneak their friends out of their bedroom window before their parents walk in and ground them. This doesn't work, and it totally makes the negative emotion stay longer. I want you to think of a time where you were feeling the emotion you've identified just now. Remember, social media, what's your thought about it? What's that one word feeling? Pick one. That emotion that you've identified, when you think about it right now, think of a time where you were feeling that emotion. Go back to, maybe could have been this morning, could have been yesterday, could have been a year ago, doesn't matter. It can be in your business, something to do with a friend, at another job, any time in your life. Go to a time in your mind where you were or are currently experiencing that emotion. Where in your body do you feel it? Is it in your eyes? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your solar plexus? Are your arms numb? Where is it? My stomach, my heart, my head, my chest, my gut. My head, yes. Notice it's different for everyone. Throat. Ooh, Rachel, I've never heard that one before. I love that. Throat, shoulders, chest, arms. Yes. Okay, tell me this. Why are you, or why were you feeling that emotion? Ask yourself this right now. Ask yourself, why are we feeling scared? Why are we feeling yucky? Why are we feeling blank emotion when we think about social media? Tell me the sentence that just came into your mind in the chat, or write it down on your paper if you'd prefer. I don't want judgment from others. I'm nervous about posting specific things. I'm worried about what people will think about me. Fear of what others think. Being judged. Look at this. You guys, it's not going to be good enough. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know the outcome. I overthink my content. I don't think I'll have success. Yes, fear of what my friends will think of me. Look at this. Everyone is being human today. And we're all feeling this way. So good. That sentence right there is what is causing you to feel the way you're feeling about social media. Write it down. That's what's causing it. That's what it is. When I was new to network marketing, I felt like I had to hide my burnout from social media from everyone, but especially my team. I didn't want them to see that I was tired, exhausted, and unhappy from overworking, because if they knew how awful I felt, then they wouldn't want to do this with me anymore. What I didn't know then that I know now is what question to ask myself next. Mine was burnout. Burnout is a feeling. And burnout almost always comes from overdoing something. So I want you to go into your own mind here and ask yourself, what did you start overdoing if that's your emotion? Think about right when you started to really go after what it was that you were working for. A rank, a little prize, a trip, money, whatever it was. And how did it make you feel when you got it? Like, I want you to imagine what it was that you were going after, especially if it was like, if you're feeling burnout or valued. Okay, Heidi said proud, then we have valued. Notice that the reason why you overdo it sometimes is because you're seeking that end emotion that you get. So if your end emotion that you got from hitting the rank, from getting the prize, from earning the trip is valued, then I want to know, what did you allow yourself permission to think after you achieved the rank, after you achieved the money goal, after you won the trip? Because it's that sentence that you're only allowing yourself to think that's allowing you to feel valued or whatever it is. And did you know that that sentence is available to you right now before you ever do anything? Simply because you were born, you have value. Did you know that? Because you were born and saved and redeemed, you have value. That's it. It's that simple. And because of that, you can think that thought that you're only giving yourself permission to think then after you've achieved it. You could actually think it now. I know you don't believe it right now. That's fine. We'll get to that later. But you can think it now, and thinking it now and believing it now is actually what takes you there with the absence of the burnout. All right? But what if burnout was in the trying? Burnout only ever comes from a thought. Burnout is a feeling. It comes from a thought. So it comes, notice, you're thinking something, and I have a whole course on burnout inside of Beyond the Rank, if that's an emotion you want to explore. So I'm not going to go into it too much today because I really want to focus on social media. But working, I'm going to explain to answer your question. I'm going to explain this way. Working in burnout gave me so much validation, permission to love myself when I earned a big top prize, and acceptance.
So it wasn't that I wasn't even seeking the money or even the prize. You guys, I love to earn the trips and I never want to go on them because I have this fear that the plane is going to crash in water. It's like a phobia of mine. And I grew up on airplanes. Like my mom is a flight attendant. She worked for United Airlines for 37 years. I've been on tens of thousands of airplanes. I've been to over 20 countries, been to 16 countries by the time I was 16. Like I do not have a fear of flying. I have a fear of crashing in water. And so I always wanted to earn the trip, but I never really wanted to like experience the negative emotion of actually getting there. And it was the moment where I was on stage receiving the recognition where I would then give myself permission to think, everybody loves me. And then I would feel love and love myself. The best emotion on planet Earth and the one we are always seeking. It's why I love recognition so much. And what I realized as I applied the model to this thing in my life that was continuing to, in my mind, cause burnout, the work was causing the burnout. No, it wasn't. It was the thought that I had that we have to do this so we can earn the prize, so we can have that moment. It was never the work that caused the burnout. It was the thought that created the motivation that then I took action from, that then gave me the result of getting the prize. And from there, I thought, I'm tired. That was too much. I overdid it. And that is where you then feel burnout. See, we're confused because we think that our circumstances cause our feelings, and they never do. It's always what we think about the circumstance that causes our feelings because our thoughts create our feelings. So from that feeling, whatever yours was, you might have started overdoing it too. And I do, like I was saying, I have a whole entire workshop on burnout inside of Beyond the Rank, if that's an emotion you really want to dive into. But we're going to get to the research of social media right now. And I just wanted to help you find awareness about what your relationship is with social media before we dove into it, because it's a super important piece of how you interact with it in your life. It's not just knowing the how. It's knowing the how and managing your mind with the how that make the perfect marriage for you to have success. Knowledge is power. Say it with me. Knowledge is power. Could you spend hours of your time a week researching, scouring social media groups, trying to comb through the overabundance of information they over deliver so you can then figure out what's working right now and what specifically works for network marketing? Yes, you totally could. Or you could let myself and my research team do all of the legwork for you every single month, which I'm about to tell you all about later today. But like the current information that is relevant right now, which is going to change likely every single month from here forward, like it always has, that's the fun of it. Did you know? And if you decided you wanted us to take that complicated hunting and searching and staying up to do all the time work out of it for you, then you'd actually be able to spend your time doing the things that make you money instead of researching all of this before you can get to the money making part. This week, though, we've got you covered. So get excited and buckle up and let's talk social media this year. All right, everybody, let's start with the stats. 83% of users on Instagram find products or services. 81% of users use Instagram for research about a product. Like when I'm looking at a business and I'm trying to find out about them, where do I go? Where do you go? When you hear about a business, whether you're in the grocery store or someone tells you about it, where do you go? I go to Instagram. I look them up. And if, Casey goes to Facebook. Well, you're not in the 81%. But, some of you are still using Google. Yes. 81% of you, the current research say that you go to Instagram. However, Google is making a comeback and they are next in line. 38% of users are actively selling on Instagram. 31% of users pay for ad space in Instagram stories.
So when you see someone's ad come up in your Instagram stories, like you might have seen mine for Ignite Week, it's 31% of users that are doing that. Instagram engagement is 17 times higher than Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. But I still find Facebook to be one of my number one power players. The best day to post is Wednesday, statistically. Let's calm down all those thoughts, everybody. Just take a deep breath. These are the facts. You get to decide what you think about it and how it makes you feel. The worst day to post is Sunday. 58% of users watch stories, while only 44% check their feed. I was shocked by this one. Instagram is used, get this, by over 25% of the population. Best social platforms, vertical video. We're going to get to TikTok in a minute. Note this about videos. Once a trend becomes so obvious, it's past the point of you spending time to be in it. For example, the song you hear over and over again, the dance you see over and over again, by the time you recognize it and you're like, oh, it's so catchy, I want to do this now, it's on the way down, which is fine if you still want to do it. But it's so important to understand that if you're taking action always from a place of scarcity, like you're always behind and you're never going to catch it, and it's always on the way down and you never catch it in time, and you have to consume all the information that's out there to try and get ahead. If you're taking action from that scarcity feeling, I promise you your action line is going to be all messed up, and then your result is not going to be what you want. So what is hot right now? Messy, real, relatable, uncurated. Think funny, life relatable events. User-generated content, you shining through. The reason why TikTok is so hot is because it is where people are going when they are sick of the pretty perfect of Instagram and Facebook. TikTok is where people talk about their hilarious and inappropriate dad cracking their tooth during dinner, tripping on stage, pooping in your pants on a run. It's refreshingly real. Most brands look for influencer created content that is messy and almost accidentally used. That's what they're looking for. Now, we don't need to go and try to be something that brands want to work with. Everybody calm down with this. You don't need a giant social media following to get to the top of any network marketing company or to have a successful business at all. When I started making $1 million a year, my social media following was 450 on Instagram and 350 on Facebook. You do not need a giant social media following. You don't. It's a thought error. And if you're constantly chasing it, have to get more followers, then notice that in your action line, you're going to be doing things like watching all the social media research, consuming all the social media stuff, trying to focus everything I do on getting the result of more followers. And when you do that, you take your eye off of your goal, which is to hit the top of your company or make this amount in sales or whatever it is. On social media, first off, I just want to put this out there. This is my belief, and it is also what the research supports. You must be on social media and you must be producing regular content. This is the new portfolio for a business, and you will not reach new clients and customers without a page. This applies to all businesses too. Chiropractors, jewelry sellers, network marketers, grocery stores. Everyone needs an online portfolio. The best way to create content is to make it vertical, whether you're going to do a vertical picture or a reel or a TikTok video. A pro tip: there is no one social media platform that will be at number one forever or last forever. And you don't want to lose your content. And also, you do not own your content on social media. You don't own it. The server that you are on owns it the second you load it. Now, we don't need to go and get scared about this. Just take a deep breath. We're okay, right? What I want you to do is I want you to start saving your things that you post, the words that you write, the videos that you make. Just save them. You can even, if you're like really organized, you can put them in like a Google Drive or something like that, whatever you like. Or you could put them on, you could like cross post them on different things. Like sometimes some of the things I post on Instagram, I'll go and I'll post them on TikTok because they apply to what I'm trying to accomplish and the people I'm trying to reach on TikTok. But I don't do everything there. Okay. Now, post the same video on TikTok that you do on Instagram and then store it in a Google Drive folder or a Dropbox. Load it to YouTube, because if TikTok goes and that's the only place you kept your content, or your Instagram gets shut down, which did happen to me, then you lose everything. You lose everything. Note this: TikTok's viewer age, and I had big time resistance to TikTok. So I totally understand if you're in that place, and I'm not here to convince you to do anything. I'm just here to give you all the facts, and then you get to decide what you want to think about it, how you want to feel, and the action you want to take. But TikTok's viewer age has increased to 30 years old. This means that TikTok is not just a Gen Z dance thing anymore. And IG Reels audience is higher than ever, but it doesn't mean you have to go viral with your videos for it to make a giant impact. Your Reels on Instagram can reach 300 people, 150 people, 56 people, and it can turn into a lucrative sale for you. This idea that you have to be some influencer pro, some advanced videographer to get your reels to hit 10K, 50K, 100K for you to be successful at this is a thought error. That is not true. Every time that you see views on your reels, this is why I told you, you do not need your reels to go viral anymore, because just doing them, if you want to do them, you don't even have to do them. And I'll get to that in a minute as to why you don't even have to do them. But if you want to do them, if they're fun for you, if you like engaging with them, if your creative side comes out in them, then what's going to happen is you're going to get yourself in front of people that you might not have gotten yourself in front of. And then your result is, I find new ways to reach new clients, right? If you're doing a reel, you can do them one a day if you want, or you could do them twice a week. Pick something to be consistent in and do that. One video per day for 60 days straight is a challenge for reels. I feel like it's sort of like 75 hard. So if you're going to do it, just be committed to doing it and see what it does. But don't expect to get a result outside of you to tell you if you're doing it right or wrong. So if you're doing a reel, you want to post things like tips, advice, a process you use, a surprising stat related to your niche, a product you love or sell, a book you recommend, a before and after. And the recommended time is 7 to 30 seconds, although it is trending that with like personal content, you can go up to 90 seconds and hold your audience that are like your mega fans for the entire time. All right. Influencers and brand partners, listen up. This is you. Network marketers, I'm talking to you. Social media affiliate people, I'm talking to you. Anyone selling anything on social media, I'm talking to you. The trust for your local salesperson is broken. The stats show that over 60% of people trust the voice and opinions of the influencers they choose to follow, versus only 30% of followers actually trust the voice and opinions of businesses they see online. I'm going to say that again because I feel like it might have come across confusing the way that I introed it. If you are an influencer or you're on social media as a network marketer, or you as a person are in sales and you're sharing what you sell on social media, this is rigged in your favor. It's Target and Walmart and big brands and big dealerships and big real estate companies and the big things that are broken. The people aren't trusting the big corporations. They are trusting you because they trust your opinion because you're a real person, which means you want to show your real face to sell whatever it is you're selling. And this need and this desire to make something that's like overly curated and really super professional looking, you can put that in on occasion, but what's going to resonate and build trust even more is you showing up as you, authentically you, to your audience. Case in point, they need to see you as the brand, not the business or the company that is overlaying that. Partner with people that look different than you, have different stories, and can engage, reach, and connect with your audience in ways you just may not be able to. The influencer followers right now, so they're giving new names to people. There's nano followers, which is around 10K to 100K. They are getting more engagement than people with 1 million to 100 million followers. You guys, did you hear this? You as a nano influencer anywhere, well, that's like 10K to 100K. But listen to this. The lower followers you have, the more engagement you're going to get. Who's excited to know this? Around 10K to 100K, they get 5 to 6% of engagement. Mid-tier influencers, 100K to 1 million, get only 2.15% of engagement. And mega influencers, 1 million to 100 million, get 1.15% of engagement. If you have a lot of followers, awesome. Awesome. Those of you that are on the struggle bus to get followers and you think it's hurting your business, stop it. Everything is rigged in your favor. Listen to me. Stop telling yourself that you need more followers. It's causing you to outrun yourself in your action line and distract you from what the task is at hand, which is connecting with the people that follow you now and the new people that you will meet. Some of you are saying, I'm feeling relief right now, and I feel totally relaxed. What thought created that? Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Say it with me. All right. Email marketing. Oh, wait, before I say that, you can check out TikTok's marketplace to find an influencer to work with sometimes. And like you can spend money on that. They recommend if you want to do something like this, this is not for someone that's like just getting into social media or just getting into TikTok. But if you're someone that wants to like find a different way to get out there in front of new people, you could look at doing something like this where you can go to the TikTok marketplace. You can find an influencer to work with. And what's recommended is suggested to spend money on multiple influencers instead of loads of money on one influencer. So take whatever money you want to invest. If you want to invest in something like what TikTok Marketplace has to offer, which is essentially like buying someone to partner with so that they get your message and who you are out to everyone. Again, this is for someone who's a little bit more advanced and you're looking for a different way to get yourself exposure. Okay. All right. Most important thing, email marketing. The most profitable marketing ever. And if you're not doing it right now to get your current customers to buy things from you in addition to your social media, you're totally missing out. Listen to this. Hear me now. There is a 42 times return on investment with email marketing. This is unreal. You should have chills from head to toe hearing me say this. For every dollar you spend on email marketing, you can expect to make $42 back. You guys, you're missing out. You're totally missing out on the boat. The best way to grow your email list is to offer an interactive lead magnet. I'm going to be doing a workshop all on email marketing in February in Beyond the Rank. So if you are someone that is wanting to learn how to do this, then you're going to want to pay attention. when I start talking about how to join and interact with the community, because these are the things I'm going to be teaching you this year, and you're going to have access to them if you're in the program. So the way to grow your email list is to offer an interactive lead magnet. If you're like, I don't know what that is, Emily, that's okay. You just don't know what it is yet. That's why you're going to want to join, so that you can be on those workshops where I teach you all of this. There's some of you that have been doing these already, and you are doing like a checklist or a freebie downloadables. Those aren't working anymore for lead magnets. Instead, you need to do over a few different times a challenge or a quiz. This is going to build more touch points. And those over time, which I'll teach you how to do in our workshop where I go over this next month, those are the ones that are going to help you build bite by bite. Emailing them every day or making a quiz where they interact with you. Tryinteract.com is a website that's amazing, where you can learn to send them specific content based on their results. Okay. So this is going to require an entire month of teaching you this, which I'm going to be doing next month. So really, if you're interested in getting the biggest return on your investment in that way, there was no way that I could teach it all here this month, but it's something that I have mastered, and it has literally blown my mind. And it's something that I want to pour into you so that you can use it in whatever business you are in, because you're totally messing up. You're totally messing up right now, and you're missing out on the biggest piece of the pie. It's not Instagram. It's not Facebook. It's none of that. It's email marketing. And if you don't know how to do it the right way, you're not going to have success. But if you do it the right way, you're going to make so much more money. All right. Okay. So what's coming? Popularity on social media. What is trending? Smaller creators, anything under 100K and less. Ads that don't feel like ads, that are less staged and less perfect. Storytelling, IG stories, connection in your direct messages, in your private messages. This is what they're favoring. Quality over quantity. Cheer, everyone. No more need to post 3 times a day. Yay! Right? If you are selling products, post your real morning routine, including the part where you don't have makeup on or where your kid is having a tantrum. Post all of that. Post when you have an incredible meal at a local restaurant and tag the restaurant. Share a story about your before and after. Facebook users are switching to Instagram. Instagram is switching to TikTok. However, TikTok users are switching back to Instagram because of stories. Stories are everything. Stories are where you sell. Okay, now the current trend right now on social media is there is a debate on this. So there is a debate that reels are still king. But what I believe, what I am seeing, and the other research that backs it, not just what I believe, but today we are trending away from short and fast, which for some of you that are more long-winded is really good news. And for others, it's a sad, sad day, because you like being able to pump out content that's only 2 to 7 seconds. But here's the thing. The algorithm is currently favoring the amount of time someone spends on your post right now. Comments are always favored, and it's 6 words or more that are the only amount of comments that count. Did you know this? And emojis don't count, even though I myself am fluent in emoji and would rather speak only in emojis. It's just that the app doesn't recognize it as a word or a comment. So when I leave a comment on someone's post, and when someone leaves a comment on mine, it has to be 6 words or more. So not only do we want to keep them hovering on your content for as long as possible, reading or thinking, we also want to encourage them to leave a reply that is a full sentence. An easy way to do that is to say at the end of your post, what are you going to do and why, at the end of your post, because it will evoke a longer response from your reader. This is why you no longer need reels to go viral this year to kill it on social. Does this mean you should stop making them? That's up to you. Do you like them? Are they fun and entertaining for you? Then keep doing them. Do you need to obsess over doing them if you hate them and they take you 3.5 hours to make and it ruins your whole day and when you have to do them?
Nope, you don't. The thing about trends is that they come and they go, and usually they come again down the road. So don't think that reels are obsolete. And I love watching them too. But what the research shows right now is that people don't want to see them on every single post anymore. They want variety. They want to read and be inspired and feel connection to you. If you just threw up in your mouth a little bit because you're not a writer, I'm about to give you the best news of your entire life. And this is going to change everything in your business for the rest of your career. Are you ready to hear what it is? Artificial intelligence. Oh, you knew it. Someone put it in the comments. If you ever watched a futuristic sci-fi movie like I Am Legend, Minority Report, what was the other one? Oh, Surrogate. It was like a movie like from like 2008, Surrogate. Anything where robots take over the world, you've arrived, and it's happening right now. It's called AI for short, and it's coming whether you like it or not. Instead of being scared of artificial intelligence, AI, I want you to arm yourself with knowledge today so that you can be using it in your business before you go to bed tonight, looking like a professional writer, and it's going to sound like you. Whether you struggle with social media or you're a content creating master, I'm about to change the way you feel and think about social media today. And it starts with one word, Chat GPT. Write it down. I want you to download the app today. It's free. Chat GPT is an app that brought artificial intelligence free to the United States through chatting with robots. Things that it's going to change the nature of work, business operation, economy. This one's freaky, romance and relationships, and the nature of life as we know it. You might think this sounds dramatic, but it's not. What is it? How does it work? Here are the basics. Crypto has the power to eliminate the current financial structure and institution. AI, artificial intelligence, has the power to eliminate the human institution. So what is AI, artificial intelligence? It is human things like learning, reading, communicating that can instead be done artificially by robots. It's for everything. It's not just on phones, you guys. It's everywhere. It's who you call when you call a company. What's happening for businesses is they're no longer going to need to employ people in third world countries to answer your call in the middle of the night. They're not even going to have a call center because they're going to have people on the other end of the phone that are robots answering it and talking to you, and you're going to think they're a human being. It's going to change everything, and it's happening whether we like it or not. And I choose to think about it in a totally different way that does not bring fear or scare me. And I'll show you that in a minute here, but I want you to look at this as the facts, and then I'm going to offer you the thoughts that I am intentionally choosing to think around it. Okay. So you don't like the thing about AI is you don't have to spend tons of money to get it, and you don't have to program it. It programs itself as you tell it what you want. So why should Chat GPT matter to you as someone that's selling something on social media? It can write full paragraphs and sentences in your usable language. It will actually sound like you. This means where someone may have previously written, like they would have had like a ghostwriter write a book for them, or a salesman to write sales copy for their website, a copywriter to write a video script for a movie. Your assistant trying to create content that sounds like you for your social media network marketing company business can now all be done online for free. And it will look better than anything you or any other human can create. It's using super intelligence, where the artificial intelligence, the AI, is smarter than the humans who put it together. So how does AI affect you and your business? For you today, it's free for what you're going to want to use it for, and what I'm going to teach you to use it for, it's free. Who has to pay for it eventually? That's the question, right? Today, right now, if you have the steps and ability, you could log into an AI website, and for a few $100 to $1,000, you could tell the AI software to make a startup company selling weight loss supplements, and it would do it. You could say, make me an online retail store, and it would do it. It takes the how out of everything. You could send an email to anyone who has purchased coffee today telling you could say this to it, like send an email to anyone who's purchased coffee today telling them I have an alternative product with a link to my storefront. And it can do all these things faster than our brains would be able to process the series of steps that we would need to take. The question in play right now that are making this software not so attainable are who grants the access to this software? Who is allowed to use it and in what capabilities? What will govern the types of prompts and queries we can ask it? Google 4 years ago set up an artificial intelligence that was comparable to a virtual assistant, and it could call your hair salon and book an appointment for you. And the hair salon person thought it was talking to a real human being. It thinks it's talking to you because the AI is so good. It can set doctor's appointments, all of it. It can call a local restaurant. It can order your favorite dinner for delivery. This was 4 years ago. Google had this technology and we're using it. Now, there is an introduction of sales calls. AI is able to digest thousands and thousands of sales calls instantly, learn from them, craft them, and repeat them as a real conversation with tone, ebbs, and flow. These calls can happen 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world, about any product ever, and AI has the information stored already at its fingertips. So who is this going to replace? Basic customer service calls, programmers, coders, graphic designers, writers, finance, anyone really, if you're a human being. Check out the website thispersondoesnotexist.com. Plot twist, Emily's AI is doing this training right now. Oh, that's so funny, Amy. Yes. How will you know? Yes. In theory, the work will be cheaper making things, including your virtual assistants. So get excited about that. Products and services now cheaper, but more people will be out of work. One big goal comes down to the energy used in the world, making it clean, sustainable, renewable. It can do all of it. In relationships, it can help with online dating. This is the scary part for me where I'm like, messaging chats that have removed all the need for human-to-human interaction and relationships. People everywhere have gone virtual with their romantic relationships, and now romance chats or adult chat rooms are being run by AI because AI will not get offended by preferences. It will not run out of energy to talk. It can produce human responses that will only get better as they get to know their customer. With AI phone call software, they can host and hold real, enduring phone conversations. You guys, are you talking to a real person? We don't know anymore. You're going to have to meet them in person, right? AI perfects itself to the preferences of who they're talking to. Tesla created a Tesla bot, which is the next step of creating bots that moves, run, walk, and can have real full physical engagement. You don't even know it's a robot. It looks so real. Space exploration is going to be affected by this because you can send a robot. It's not real. It's not alive. It doesn't get hurt if the spacecraft explodes. It doesn't have to pee. It doesn't have to be fed. It doesn't need oxygen. It can withstand heat the way humans can't. AI can outlive a human. Now, before you start freaking out, selling your house and homesteading in the middle of somewhere without cell service, just everybody take a deep breath together. Let's do it together. I got you. We are going to use this today to make you look like $1 million on social media, even if you aren't tech savvy, you aren't a great writer, or you are already amazing on social media, but want it to be even better. It's you on legal social media steroids, and you're going to be the first one out of anyone to use it. You're going to start right now. I want you to adopt the mentality that AI is not here to replace you. It is here to supercharge you. That's the mentality that I'm adopting. When I start to get scared about it, I go, you know what? It's not here to replace me. It's here to supercharge me. We have to embrace change. We must. If artificial intelligence can read a book and output the basics of it in a shorter version, you are now able to read a book significantly faster, learn quicker, and get the contents at a new speed. If AI can learn how to speak, talk, type, you could instruct it to respond to all of your Slack messages. And if you don't know what Slack is, I'm about to tell you. Or send out follow-up text to your customer to check in. Who wants to build a network marketing business in another country and you don't speak the language? AI, artificial intelligence. Are you excited about it now? Yes.
Your homework for tonight is going to be to download the Chat GPT app, play around with it, watch a YouTube video tutorial if you need to, and make a post using AI only. It's going to be fun, depending on how you want to think about it. I will put in the replay email today a YouTube video tutorial to help you if you want to know where to go. But I'm telling you, you can just go to Google and it'll be so much faster than waiting for my email, you guys. Just go to Google, type in how to use Chat GPT. It'll be there, done. There you go. Misty, OMG, are your reels even you? I don't know. You'll have to go watch them and see. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how to make more money this year. Who wants to make more money this year and a lot more of it? Who's in? Who's in? In every entrepreneur, your ability to succeed comes down to 3 things. And those 3 things are also a roadblock in your way. If you are, even if you're making the money you want to make right now, you have a skill deficiency, a trait deficiency, and a belief deficiency. If someone in your industry is making more money than you, your upline, your downline, your sideline, a person in another company, I don't care if you believe it's their comp plan that's different or that they just got in early, you're wrong. It's a thought error. A person in the cubicle next to you, whatever it is, it's not what you think it is. If someone is making more money than you, it's because they are better at it than you. Do not throw stones at them. Throw them at your ego instead. Admit deficiencies and learn their strengths. It will be the only way for you to get better and make what you want to make. You're not making as much money as you want because you're not as good as you think you are. I'm going to say it again. It's going to sting for some of you. You're not making as much money as you want because you're not as good as you think you are. Your work works on you more than you work on it. Increase your capacity to do work itself rather than the output of the work. No work is in vain. The better you get in each area, the more successful you will be, no matter what level of success you are at or not at right now. You don't arrive. You don't hit the top of your company and arrive. That's not a thing. You just enter a new club as the smallest, most inexperienced member. This is why I keep putting myself in new rooms where I'm the little fish every 6 months. I've done this for the last 2 years. I keep putting myself in the room where I'm the little fish every 6 months because I want to be at the bottom of the room. Always consistently learning from people that are better than me, not being better than someone else in the room where I've always succeeded at before. If you are the most successful person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I'm telling you right now, you got to get out of it. Do it so many times that you're bored of the work. Do the boring work. Outwork your self-doubt. I'd rather get rich for sure than get rich for quick. Who's in? Put a 1 in the comments if you're in. I'd rather get rich for sure than get rich quick. If you consistently move forward over an extended period of time, you go really far. Stop trying to get rich quick. Get rich for sure. This is what you need my help for, to keep you on track so that you're always consistently moving forward. Time allocation is the only thing that matters. If you master time, you master success. You are an unapologetically ambitious, determined, and resilient person. And you started your business because you felt a calling. The calling to serve others while helping them to become the very best version of themselves. Drop a 1 in the comments if you relate. You have a unique and divine gift, a power that no one else has. And you just want to learn how to turn that gift into a lucrative business that helps you grow personally and professionally and can reach more lives and have a bigger impact. I want to help you take your gift to the next level. I created Beyond the Rank for you. I created it to empower you, like you, to create life-changing wealth while improving the lives of others. The fact that you're here right now on this training is no coincidence.
I don't believe that anyone is placed in network marketing and social selling or any sales job by accident. I believe that we are led to this industry and that it is a calling placed in our path because God or whatever higher power you believe in believes in you, that you are divinely inspired, gifted, and able to change lives. But in order to change, you must be the change that you want to see in the world and invest in yourself. What I'm about to show you is not only going to help you complete your divinely inspired mission, but also it's going to help you break through the barriers that are holding your business back, even if you're already successful. I will take your business to 6 figures and 7 figures and beyond if you'll allow me to help you change your beliefs around money, no matter where you are with it right now. You'll learn the techniques with me to create and maintain reliable cash flow in your business. And most of all, it's going to serve as a beacon to align your faith and prosperity in such a way that the only way for you to grow is up. I believe that only 1% of decisions matter. The rest of them are irrelevant. The difficulty is understanding which 1% of the 99% are the ones that matter. So this is the question I want to offer you to consider as you decide what you want to do in your business this year. What is my skill set? And what are my deficiencies? And which of these deficiencies are keeping me from what I want? And why am I not working on them? What are you willing to pay to have me give you the shortcuts to those goals that you want to achieve? What you are seeing this week is what it's like to be inside of my member community Beyond the Rank. Myself, my research team, my operations team, we keep you in the know before anyone else on sales, marketing trends, social media, leadership, network marketing skills, and everything in between so that you can apply it to your business and save yourself time to have your hands untied with all of the back end stuff that's time sucking, like research and current trends, mindset slowdowns, and fluff, so you can spend your time on what matters most: changing people's lives, developing your potential, and making the impact you've always desired to make in the world. I help you spot the gaps in your business before they create a problem or fix the problems you've never been able to solve with anyone else. Depending on the membership you purchase, we are also your own personal virtual assistant in many ways. But more than that, we will take training, mentoring, and community to a new experience that you've never seen before with our brand new program I'm showing you today. We're taking the thinking and researching out of what groups and programs you've done before, and we've done it in a way so that whatever level you're at, you'll feel challenged. I've been in masterminds before where I feel like I'm the smartest one in the group, where the calls are teaching to a basic level that I'm already past. I've also been in masterminds where I'm at the bottom of the group and they're teaching at a higher level than me. I've even bought into masterminds just to learn the latest Facebook algorithm trends and what's working across the board for others. This was before I had an entire research and operations team and became the person who has that information for you myself. I have this set up so that you can pick your lane and you can excel where you're at to your next level, no matter what level you're at. No more being held back. Wherever you are, brand new, gaining experience, or mastery, I am going to show you how to stay cutting edge and develop yourself to the next level. We are using our experience, our research team, and time to simplify everything that you need to make your business bang. And here's the best part. My approach isn't something unique just to network marketing. These principles and methods work with virtually any business model. So if you're interested in multiple streams of income, you're not going to want to pass this up, especially my mastermind options, where I'm going to be feeding these ideas into and specifically training you on there. And unlike most sales and income generation techniques out there, the tips and trainings that I share with you do not require you to be shackled to your PC or phone all hours of the day, working long hours into the night. I'm out. I'm opting out of that. I'm not doing that, and you're not doing it either. No more. I have helped my clients over and over again get to 6 and 7 figures and have the lives and incomes they want, all while staying true to their faith, and working according to God's will with family and faith as their focus. We have an on-demand training library for you, fill in the blank worksheets and templates, weekly live mastermind calls and live coaching calls, extensive hand-picked resources, a supporting community, an annual in-person event that will knock your socks off. Not only will you have me in your corner, but you'll also be able to connect at different levels with me, depending on which lane you choose for yourself, with other moms, business owners, and entrepreneurs to learn the steps to blaze your own financial trail. I will teach you how to make the most of your money so your money can make the most for you, in addition to the universal skills of network marketing that is my expertise. I will help you demystify money so that you can earn while you learn, applying mindset and tactical business and financial skills to create powerful wealth growing concepts to your business, which will create lasting wealth for you and your family. You can go from being frustrated in your business and finances to empowered and building and earning with ease with me by your side. I will be with you every step of the way because my goal is to get you what you want this year. Every transaction we make for some percentage of our lives, our wealth is a measure of how little our lives we must trade for the things we desire. Money is just an IOU from society for future goods and service, which is translated as other people's time. It's not as important how hard you row, but what boat you are in. Let me show you what this looks like to be in my boat, where you don't have to row as hard. When you work with me, you choose the lane for what you want to achieve this year in your life and your business. Remember, only 1% of your decisions matter and the rest are irrelevant. The difficulty is understanding which 1% of the 99% are the ones that matter. When you join Beyond the Rank, whatever lane you pick, it will help you shape your 1% decisions, whatever they might be, and whatever level of success or lack of success you're in right now. If you're already a member in my community and you'd like to upgrade to any of these new lanes, there is an upgrade link that has just been emailed to you. Or if you prefer, you can log into your member community right now and click on the link in the content topic tab listed, upgrade my membership here. Fill out the form in 5 easy clicks and you'll be all set. Everyone else, you have to have the right coach that can help you see what's possible and change what you think, to think something different, to get a different result. And I would love to be that person for you because I know what it's like to want to know how and to need someone to guide you. And I know that I can be that person for you. Okay. Do you want to see it? Are you ready? I'm ready to show you. Okay, everybody. This right here is our basic package. If you are already a member inside of Beyond the Rank, this is your current package, and we are honoring and grandfathering the price that you joined for at this purchase price. So you're going to get all of this for what you've already been paying. If you are new and you guys can see my screen, right? Yes, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, good. Somebody text me if you can't see my screen, because you should be able to see my screen at this point. If you are new, this is our basic package. It's $97 a month. And what it includes is our workshop, our 0-in session. We change it every single month. It's topic specific. So next month, it's going to be all on email marketing and how you are missing out on a times 42 return on investment. That means for email marketing that I will show you how to turn your team, your business with a 42 times return on investment. And I'm going to break it all down for you and give you the examples of how to do it on that workshop. I have so many workshops for you, like the one on burnout, people pleasing, how to develop confidence, how to stop overeating. There are unlimited trainings for you available for wherever you're at in your life right now and whatever it is that you need. It's going to help you zero in on the exact things that you want to focus on every single month. To build on that workshop, I have 3 Ask Emily Q&A sessions. This helps you gain clarity weekly from not only the workshop, but also from our 7 Learn With Me Live coaching calls. On the Learn With Me Live coaching calls, as a member for this price, you can come to the calls and raise your hand or sign up ahead of time and be coached one-to-one, just like you've seen me do it here in Ignite Week in front of the group for this price. This is unheard of and the best quality coaching that you are ever going to need to explode your business in exactly the way you want. We also have a take action form to keep you accountable on a weekly basis. We have a private member only podcast for members to capture all the replays anywhere they go. Some of you tell me that you take me into the shower. I'm so honored. We even have people that have been listening to me in the sauna this week. I am so glad that I can go to these places with you through our private member only podcast because it makes it so that you can listen from anywhere. I understand you don't have time to sit in front of Zoom and watch recordings all the time. What you do have time for is to put me in your ears on a podcast and listen to anything at any time on your schedule. This is made for even the busiest of people because I know what it's like to be a mom who works full time and has a side gig. Whatever you want to call it, however you want to look at it, I understand, and that's why I've given this to you. Also, we have our on-demand library with our foundational series that dives into the core concepts of what I've been teaching you here this week. It helps you to learn how to process your emotions. And I have 17 plus workshops with a content library and bonus content available to you at any time. If you stay on this membership in our basic package, for 6 months or more, you'll be able to attend our exclusive Beyond the Rank Community VIP event in July. Stay on subscription for 12 months or more, and you'll attend our exclusive Beyond the Rank VIP and Beyond the Rank live events in July. Next lane. This is our inner circle for $297 a month. This gives you everything in the basic monthly pass that we just talked about. It also is going to give you more access to me and community with a Slack channel. If you don't know what Slack is, I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a second, but it is essentially similar to a Facebook group inside of a Facebook chat. It's amazing. If you've ever used Slack before, tell me in the comments because I love Slack. And it is going to take your engagement in this community to the next level. It's going to give you access to me for real-time questions Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and masterminding with the group 7 days a week for questions and community connection with all other Inner Circle members. I'm offering you an extra Ask Emily Q&A call so that you can ask anything you want on a deeper level of things you've had questions about in the Slack channel or on any of the workshops or Learn With Me calls or just anything in your business. Anything goes. That extra call, it's going to be with a exclusive group only in the Inner Circle once a month, and we'll post those recordings in your Slack channel. Social media branding templates. Who struggles to make something beautiful on social media? And you might be a little bit nervous about trying to use artificial intelligence. We've got you covered in our Inner Circle. We're going to be giving you a monthly social media branding template pack, refreshed every single month that you're going to be able to use to make whatever you need for your business. Stay on subscription in the Inner Circle for 6 months or more, and you're also going to attend our exclusive Beyond the Rank Community VIP event in July with a bonus Inner Circle leadership pack, Inner Circle lanyard, and upfront seating. Stay on subscription for 12 months or more in our inner circle, and you'll attend our 2 exclusive Beyond the Rank community VIP and Beyond the Rank live events in July with a bonus inner circle leadership pack, inner circle lanyard, upfront seating, and a private intimate group lunch with me on both days of both events. Lunch is included with a Q&A coaching during the lunch. I'm going to show you what the Slack looks like, you guys. This is what Slack is. You can find it on the internet. You can do it by a computer, or you can download the app. I love doing it on the app. The app is my favorite. I am in several Slack groups like this for different masterminds and different trainings I've been in. And it really takes things over the top because you feel like you are in a community that's more intimate, more private, more exclusive, and it gives you access to real-time questions and coaching in the moment. You can see here over on the left-hand side of the screen, we have all of these different channels in Slack. So this is what your Slack channel will look like. You'd receive an email from us that would grant you access. You could download the app, and then you would be in this Slack channel in this room with me and all of the other inner circle members. And in here, it's going to show you when you click on things like CTFAR coaching model. I'll show you what comes up when that shows. General, your goals, a place to set your goals, a place for me to coach you on your goals. Any live call discussions that you want to take further, you want to ask questions. Hey, Emily, when you said this on this call, what did you mean by this? And I'm going to come in and I'm going to respond to you right here in the Slack channel. Memberships where you can come in and get to know everyone else. If you have a podcast that you want to share, or when I find a podcast that I want to share, I'm dropping it in the Slack channel here for you. You're going to be with me every step of the way through this membership. Prayer chain. Who believes in the power of prayer and that when we pray together, we move mountains? This is a place where if you want to ask for prayers or find someone who needs prayers, you're going to be able to come to our prayer chain, and we're going to do that there together. Random, because sometimes there's just a random thing that you want to ask about or a random thing that you're thinking about. We have a channel just for that. If you have a tech issue, hey, Emily, we're having a hard time getting into this email or this thing. You just come here, report the tech issue, and someone on our team is going to fix it for you. Social media masters. Have you ever wanted to connect on social media with the people that you meet inside of Beyond the Rank or in our 5-day challenges? Now you can. If you're in our inner circle, you're going to be able to drop your social media handles here and connect with the group on a whole new way. We're going to have special on-the-spot training that I'll give you from time to time. I have a weekly check-in for you for accountability. This is going to be amazing. Okay, here's an example of what it will look like to get coaching on the model from me in the Slack channel if you decide that this is the lane for your goals that you want to achieve this year. I have an example that I put in for you. Today's model I'm working on and looking for help with. Circumstance. My points are 125. My thought, that's too low. I'm feeling discouraged. You don't have to wait to come to a live coaching call to get help from this on me anymore. If you are in our inner circle membership, you're going to be able to get real-time coaching on your thoughts and feelings in the Slack channel. Feeling discouraged, you notice that you're avoiding the team calls. Avoid opening your back office. Avoid opening team chats. Don't send reach out messages. Don't send out bold messages about the business. And Emily, I just can never figure out my R line. What is my result? I can't see it. I need help finding my result. Thanks. You would post something like this in the CTFAR self-coaching models Slack channel, and you would then wait for me or other members that might want to hop in and help you to figure out what it is that you need help with. I'm going to be there with you in this Slack channel, and we're going to be working together in a much closer way if you choose the inner circle for your goals this year. Okay. Now, this right here is our executive membership pack. This is our most exclusive offer that we have for you, and it's offered at $4,997. This is something that if you know that your goals are driven this year to achieve something that you feel like is impossible, or you feel like you haven't been able to achieve in anything else you've ever done, then this is going to be your lane. We do have financing options for you on our website. You can go to emilygibsoncoaching.com/shop and sign up for any of these programs right now. And if you need financing, just click on payment plan. Every single person that applies will be approved no matter your credit. So this is available to anyone depending on what your goals and what you want to achieve for this year are. In this pack, you are getting everything that the basic and inner circle monthly have to offer. This is an annual pass charged once per year, and it's a commitment to yourself to invest in 1 year of your time, your energy, your effort to finally get the result that you want in your business. A year is a good amount of time for me to help you get everything that you want. If this is the right lane for you, not only are you going to get all those basic and all of those inner circle monthly offerings, but you're also going to get a private strategy call with me for 60 minutes once this year. Just you and me, one-on-one together, working on whatever you want for 1 hour. You're also going to get an extra Ask Emily call recorded just for you as an annual pass holder. You're going to get this in your inbox in Slack in a direct message so that it's private just for you. In addition to that, you are going to receive my executive cell phone line. This takes contact and coaching from me to the next level. On my executive cell phone line, you're going to be able to text me privately on my phone whenever you want, and I will respond to you Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day. This access to me is something we've never offered before, but I know that for the person that really wants to double down on their goals this year, this is necessary to help you unlock the problems and roadblocks that you face in your business when you are trying to get over your own self-doubt, when you're trying to solve a problem and you just don't know how to figure it out and you can't wait to hear back from me in another way. This will be the way that you have the most access to me and the most access to your goals this year. In addition, you're going to be getting a higher level social media branding template pack that is personalized to you. In the inner circle, we're giving you one that you can adapt and make your own. In this pack, we are adapting it and making it your own. We're going to be adding your names, your script, your pictures. We're personalizing it to you. So it's a higher level personalized social media branding template pack, and it's refreshed monthly for you as well. As an executive member pass holder, you are going to get 2 exclusive Beyond the Rank community events that I've talked about already, our VIP event and our Beyond the Rank live event. You're going to be able to attend both of those in person with us. You're also going to receive a bonus Executive Leadership Plus pack, an executive lanyard, upfront seating, a private intimate group lunch with me, both days, lunch included with the Q&A session. And in addition to that, my executive membership holders are also going to get a 3-hour mastermind dinner with me the night before the VIP event. It's going to include dinner and training, and it's just exclusive to our executive membership people. Okay, now, if you are choosing between one lane or the other, I want you to ask yourself, is it fear or scarcity that's holding you back from the lane that's ultimately speaking to you? If so, I want you to go for the lane that scares you a little bit. It's what is in that lane that has the knowledge that you need to get to where you're going. So now it's time to decide, which lane do you want to be in this year for the goals that you have? Is it going to be our basic coaching? Is it going to be our inner circle with our Slack channel? Is it going to be our executive membership with the private executive phone line to me and our mastermind event, private dinner the night before our live events. What lane do you need to be in this year to achieve what you want? This is an outline of what it's going to include depending on which lane you are in. Ask yourself, which lane is right for you? Where do you see yourself a year from now? When you invest in yourself and do this, where is it going to land you by making this investment in yourself? Okay, you guys, I'm so excited for everything that we've talked about today. I hope that you are going to be able to come with me on whatever lane that you feel like is right for you. You can go right now to emilygibsoncoaching.com/shop and pick your lane. Depending on if you are already a member or if you are new to us, you are going to be able to totally transform your business and your life this year with this. You can go if you're a current member. The $4,997 is offered as an annual pass. And if you would like a payment plan, then you are going to be able to do monthly options with our payment plan option, but it's $4,997 annually, not monthly. So apologize for that if we had that wrong on there. Can we pay for the inner circle all at once for a year? We have it set up for you to pay for that monthly. If you want to do the annual pass, then you'll want to do the lane for the executive membership at $4,997. Notice your thoughts about which lane to pick, you guys. Notice them. Coach yourself on this. Which lane is in line with your goals? That's the question you need to answer for yourself today. None of them scare me, says Sarah. Yay. All right, everybody. Go to emilygibsoncoaching.com/shop. Pick your lane right now. Get signed up. If you need the payment plan, we have it there for you so that you can pick what is in line with your goals. If you are a current member, head on over to your email, or you can log into your membership site and click on the thing that says upgrade here. If the executive scares you, ask yourself why. What are you afraid of? I'm always afraid that I'm going to fail. I'm always afraid of that. But guess what? When you bet on yourself, when you have me in your corner, there's no way that you won't succeed. I'm afraid I won't do it. Guess what? When you spend money and invest on yourself, you show up. It's spending the money that gets you to take action. This is what I found to be true in myself. Anytime that I go and I spend money on something where I'm like, it feels like a lot. When it feels like a lot, I show up in the way that I need to show up because I've spent that money. Can you sign up for workshops only? That would be our basic pack at $97 per month. That's the workshop only pack, but you're going to get all those other things with it. Yes, correct, Natalie. The payment plan, yes, that's the payment plan for 24 weeks. Yes. I'll send you the chat GPT. I'm just going to do questions here for a minute, you guys, and then I'll bring someone on for coaching. So if you want to get coached, and this is your day to get coached, I'm going to do one person. We're going to go a little bit longer. If you have to jump off, I understand, but I'm going to do coaching for one person. So raise your hand if you want that. And I'm just going to answer questions here for maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll do some coaching. Which chat GPT look like? I'll send you the one. Just pick any of them. The one that I downloaded said I could get it for free for 3 days, and then I would pay like $4.99 after if I didn't cancel in time. So you can just look at all the different ones and see. Okay, yes, the $4,997 is annual, charged one time. Yes, the last one is annual. This is a really good price for one-to-one access to a high-level coach. You are correct, Rachel. Let's see. Okay, any other questions that I haven't answered that you guys that I have missed? I think I've answered all of the questions. Do I use Slack for my team? No, I don't. I just use Facebook Messenger for my team.
but I love Slack. It's literally my favorite thing in coaching because I can coach you in real time and we have that community feel that we've never had before. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. Any other questions that I missed? How do I balance all that and all the rest I do in my life? Coaching. Come to coaching and I'll show you how. Get coached on that and I'll show you how. Coaching is the way. I love this, Emily. Oh, I'm so glad. Can you talk to my husband for me? What is your husband going to say? Tell me, what's he going to say? Let's see. I hope if I sign up for the 4997, I will get step-by-step instructions on how to do everything. The 4997 gives you access to me in a way I've never offered before, and it's going to give you that personal hand-holding touch that you're looking for. Is there a discount code offered? Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot to tell you. You can use the code IGNITE at checkout. If you already checked out, just email us and we'll honor it. You can use the code IGNITE at checkout and it will signal us to message you. And then we will allow you to put the money that you spent this week for Ignite Week toward your first month inside of the community, even if you got in at early bird pricing. So we will let you put $24 towards your first month if you use the Ignite code in the next 7 days. You have 7 days from today to use the Ignite code, all capitals Ignite. Again, if you forgot to put it in, just email the team at emilygibsoncoaching.com and we will honor that. But you can use that code and I will allow you to put the money you've already spent to invest in yourself toward your first month inside of Beyond the Rank. If you're doing the annual pass, we'll apply it to that. Using the code will signal us to reach out to you so that then we will then send you that money back so you can put it towards your first month. Can we update at a later date? Of course. What if we already paid the annual and it's through July? Great question. Thank you, Carol, for asking that. We're going to prorate it for you. So if you've already paid the annual pass because you're already in the community and you're like, wait, I want to do the upgraded inner circle, or I want to do the upgraded executive membership, then what you're going to do is you're going to go fill up the upgrade option, and then you're going to email the team at emilygibsoncoaching.com, and we're going to prorate that either monthly payment for you, or we're going to prorate the annual pass for you to make up for the amount of months you have left on your current annual subscription. Does that answer your question, Carol? Can we join for February, then upgrade if we want? Yes, absolutely. The way you'll do that is you'll just go to the website right now, join for the $97 basic. And then next month, once you see how amazing it is and how you just love being coached by me and being in our community, then you'll be able to go to your member login site and upgrade from there. We're going to leave that pinned to our site so that you're all set. That's what I want to create for my team and what I'm building. I love it. Yes, that's a great idea. I think you should totally do that, Rachel. Victoria, her coaching literally helps my life be less hectic. Yay. Isn't it amazing? I love it. Okay. Your husband's going to tell you that you don't have the money. That's exactly what he's going to say. That's the circumstance. What do you want to think about it? How does it make you feel? And how would you approach it? How would you approach your goals this year and the lane you want to be in? How would you approach that conversation from your highest, best self and conversation that you want to have? He will say, is this going to make you diamond? Yes. He probably will say that. Okay. Can you change plans if you pick one and want to upgrade later? Yes, but you cannot downgrade from the annual pass. So if you buy the annual pass, then that's where you stay for the whole year until that's up. Then when that's up, then you could switch to a different lane. When does the coaching actually start? Right now, next week, because you're in this week, and this is what's happening inside of the community this week. So it starts next week. Do you offer scholarships? I offer payment plans. Same thing. What is the social media branding template in the $297? It is a pack that you're going to get with different a posting schedule for the whole month. So if you struggle to figure out like, what do I post? I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. It's going to help you do all that. It's going to give you images that you can use on your social media that look so cute and so good. Like you are some graphic designing expert. Does the coaching start immediately on payment? Yes, we will be, once you purchase, then you will receive your invite into the community, into the Slack channels. Within 72 hours, you'll have everything up and running. I read that those of us with, yes. I read that those of us with VIP memberships will be grandfathered in. You'll be grandfathered into the 97, to the basic lane. So those of you that are already in my community, you're already a VIP member, all the benefits that you've always had are what we are offering in the basic lane now. Where can I read more about how that looks for each of the new levels? We will be sending you an email. Also, we will load the images of each lane into your member community so that you can look at all of those different levels. Kathy was asking how to upgrade. Thank you, Natalie, for answering that question. Use the upgrade feature inside of the community. You log into your member community. If you're already a member, you click on the content topic tab, and then there is a post that just went up at the very top that says upgrade my Beyond the Rank membership here. And then it's 5 clicks and you're done. We also sent you an email. No, the current monthly pricing for members that are being grandfathered in stays the same. As long as you maintain your membership and you don't leave or try to come back in, as long as you stay on subscription at the price that you joined at, you will stay at that price in the basic lane forever. Unless you upgrade or leave, then you'll have to come back in on the current pricing at the basic lane. Where did you find the payment plan? Go to emilygibsoncoaching.com/shop, and there's a button at the top that says payment plan. Will I get step-by-step instructions? What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean by that. In the trainings that I give, notice how I give you step-by-step instructions. That's what you're going to get inside of the workshops every single month. And then inside of Slack, any questions that you ask me, then I will be teaching you just like I've been teaching you here today. Anna, oh, Anna, I love you. This is so scary, she says. I'm crying, but I feel like I need to take it. I'll be getting coached next week around this. Yay, I'm so glad. In the 3 days I have attended this, I have never seen step-by-step instructions. So I've been giving them to you verbally. And so every single one of them have step-by-step instructions. I haven't given you the transcripts per se, but I've given you step-by-step instructions every single day. Like, this is how you do PLP. This is how you do this, that, and the other. And inside of the Slack channel, you're going to start to see more of those things written out in PDFs. You're going to start to see if you're not in the community yet, is what I'm saying. So you'll see those written out in places for you so that you don't have to go back and just do it. Does that answer that question? So you'll have PDFs of this is how to recruit. This is our recruiting guide. This is our duplication guide. This is our social media guide. This is our PLP guide for live post. So yes, they're written out in the community. Can you put the picture of the different plans for comparison, please? Or where can I find it? Yes, it will be in your email with the replay. I'll include it in the email with the replay so that you guys can look at it there and decide which lane is right for you. Okay. Any other questions? Yay. Charlotte says, this is amazing. I can't wait to start. Me too. Okay. Is the cost the same every year, or can the price possibly change once you're committed? The price that you join at in the lane that you join will always stay the same, even if we change the price down the road. So, for example, I have members in my community that joined with me a year ago, and we are honoring their price. And they are now grandfathered in to the basic lane. And so they get that same price that they joined at. We're never going to raise prices on you as long as you stay on subscription. The annual pass, you have that price honored for the whole year. If there's ever a time where we raise the price of that, it would not be automatically charged at the new price. It would be something that you would have to opt back in for at the new price. Although, so does that answer your question there, Christy? And for the inner circle, that price, as long as you stay on subscription, again, if prices ever change, as long as you stay on subscription, the price that you join at is always what we will honor and grandfather in, no matter what happens with the pricing as we go on. Okay. I won't say the name, but the Beyond the Rank training is so much better than any other group I am in. Well, that is nice. Thank you, Misty. Thank you. If you're having a hard time finding the link for the payment plan, you can email the team at emilygibsoncoaching.com and they will directly send you the link for the payment plan. Again, it's 100% approved. No matter what your credit is, it's available to you. Okay. All right. Who is getting coached today? Any other questions that you have, you can email the team at emilygibsoncoaching.com and you'll be all set. Okay, let's see. We're going to bring on who's raising their hand. Natalie Becker, it's you, my friend. I'm bringing you on. Oh, wait, no, don't do it. We want her to promote. Okay, there we go. She's going to come on. I always feel like I need to sing the song. Here she comes. It's Miss America. Hi, Natalie.
Is it kind of bad that I was hoping you wouldn't pick me?
It's perfect that I did that.
I'll just throw my hand up and then we'll see what happens. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. What can I help you with?
My sister's on here watching, so if you ask her, it's a lot to unpack. So
it's never a lot. It's always the perfect amount. I promise you. It's never too much.
Okay. Tell her that.
She just heard. Nicole, you heard. She heard.
I'm never too much, okay?
No.
So there's a lot, but I guess
you might be too much. But if you were any good at not being too much, then you wouldn't be good at all the things you're good at.
There we go. Right? Nicole, I have to quit looking at the chat.
Turn off the chat. Look at me.
I am. I am. All right. Well, there's a lot of things, but specifically, I haven't felt like myself for ever, for all of 2022, pretty much. There's a lot going on there. And I used to love social media a lot. And this past year, I started to feel like it was draining. And then I had some major imposter syndrome and dysphoria type stuff going on. And I was posting all the time on TikTok, and I grew my following to almost 10,500 in a short period of time. And then that overwhelmed me. So then I just quit posting on TikTok. I mean, I grew a following to 10,000, then I just quit posting. And then I was really good about being consistent on Instagram for a while. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to do that either. It's too much. And so I've just kind of stuck to Facebook and stayed in my lane. But I know I could do more. It's just the constant overwhelm feeling.
Why are you overwhelmed?
Well, my team's going to watch this, and that is okay because they can know this. But I think a lot of times I feel like I'm, like you talked about in other sessions this week, like I feel like I bear the burden of a lot of everything. And so I feel like I'm the one training everyone, I'm the one coaching everyone. Some people are afraid to step up and like have their own coaching calls and like, start showing up in that way. And so I take it on. And then it's like, okay, so then I'm adding more social media platforms to my plate on top of all of this other stuff. And I've been with Plexus for 7 years and I'm a Sapphire. And I feel like I've worked extremely hard to, like you said, overworking and overwhelmed sometimes. And it comes from scarcity for sure. But
when you look at this feeling of overwhelm that seems to be coming up in different areas, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or in your team chats or whatever it is, and you think, I bear the burden a lot of everything, right? When you think about that thought that's there in your mind, can you tell me of a time where recently or in the past that you've felt like that you've thought that? Like, can you give me a specific example of when that's happening in your business or in your life?
Perpetually. So like just the most recent example, I guess, is that, I just got done doing 15 one-on-one coaching calls with different people that are trying to advance in our company. And I feel blessed that I get to do that. And I want to do that. I want people to come to me. But some of these people are, not even my direct level ones that have leaders above them, but the leaders aren't doing their own coaching calls. And I'm okay with that, like, because I know that not everybody wants to do that type of thing. But in my head, I secretly resent it a little bit.
Why do you resent it?
Because I'm already doing so many other things constantly all the time that it's like another thing that I have to take on myself. And
why do you have to
take a lot of my time?
Why do you have to take it on?
Because I am a glutton for punishment, and because I want to see everybody succeed and feel like they have a chance. And the people that are willing to show up and make time, I feel like they deserve somebody's time. And if no one else is going to give them their time, then it always falls back on me. Like, I feel like if no one else is going to do it, I got to do it.
When you think, I want to see everybody succeed and have a chance, how do you feel?
I feel good about that part of it.
A one-word emotion that you could connect to. I want to see everybody succeed and have a chance. What is that emotion that comes up?
Determined, I guess.
Okay, so you feel determined when you think, I want to see everybody succeed and have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about?
I don't know.
When you think
always been that way.
When you think about being determined and thinking, I want to see everybody succeed and have a chance, what do you notice you do? Is this when you reach out and set up the 15 coaching calls?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you feel determined, you set up the calls. And then what else do you do when you feel determined?
I start like planning, like, how can I help this in my head? I'm thinking, how can I help this person be successful? What kind of steps can I give them that are digestible? Or how can I help them put one foot in front? What's their block? I'm thinking of all the things I can do in my head for each individual person.
So offer specific ideas.
Right.
Okay. So offer specific how-tos. What else do you do when you feel determined? What do you avoid doing?
I'm avoiding doing a lot of the things that I need to be doing in my own business. I mean, I still grow my business and I still enroll and duplicate, but I feel like I could be sometimes I feel like I'd be doing so much more
Like
with my own.
what does your personal care look like when you are feeling determined?
Non-existent.
If I were a fly on the wall in your house, what would that look like? Non-existent.
Like today I actually put makeup on. So usually it's no makeup, unwashed hair, might be the same clothes for 2 to 3 days.
I do all those
Depending.
things even when I'm doing good self-care. So
Oh, well, good. So it's not that horrible,
but it's interesting to note that your behavior holds a different meaning for it than mine. That is key here.
I hyper focus. I have ADHD, so I have a little hyper focus and just sit and work and work and work and work and work on things that I'm determined to achieve.
Which sometimes we want to be in the zone like that. And we want to hyper focus to achieve our goal. This idea that we have to be balanced all the time, I think is a lie that entrepreneurs put out. And I'm just not going to be a voice of that anymore, because sometimes I'm more focused on my business and sometimes I'm more focused on my family, depending on what it is. And it doesn't mean that one is out when one is in, but sometimes I'm just like in that zone where I'm like loving it. But there's a difference when you're in that zone and you feel suffocated by it. Which one do you identify with more right now?
At present, suffocated.
It's kind of fascinating to me to look at this, right? Because there's like this desire to help others. And we're like, I am so determined. I want to see everybody succeed and have a chance. And when you think that, you feel determined. And from there, you set up calls, you offer ideas. You also avoid your personal business in some ways, which sometimes is going to be required of you when you're focusing on growing a team. Then you're going to focus a little bit less on your personal business. That's normal when you are building a network marketing organization. Even if you avoided your personal business altogether, I would give you claim that there's nothing wrong with that in certain situations, because if you're growing a leg, you're growing a leader, and it's as if you're opening up like a new satellite company, right? Like I like to talk about it in like, if you owned 7 subways and you were going to go open an 8th subway, your attention would be on that subway, that 8th store, to get it up and running, to make sure the manager knew how to train all the workers, and then the workers knew how to get all the food ready and the bills were paid and all those things. And when you're doing that, you're relying on the other 7 leaders that you've already trained. And there's not a lot of time to be opening up another store at the same time because you're doing it there. Does that make sense? So when you do these things and you don't wear makeup, which for you is a personal care thing, or you don't wash your hair, or you wear the same clothes from day to day, it's coming in this situation, from what you've told me, is coming from a place of lack of self-care rather than this is what I want to do because I just like it. Right. And when you do that, the result that I see here is I prevent myself from success.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's accurate. And that's how I feel all the time, is that I should be, oh my gosh, I'm going to start crying. God, Emily.
That's okay.
Please.
I got you. I always cry when I get coached.
My
I got
sister's
you.
probably laughing at me right now. I'm a crier sometimes. Okay.
I'm a crier too. It's fine. You can cry here. Does this feel like a safe enough place to cry here?
I guess. I mean, for all the
let's just cry then. It's all good.
People watching me, no big deal.
It's all good.
Most of them know me. A lot of them know me.
Just me and you right here.
Yeah. So I just think all the time how I could probably be so much further in where I want to be if I could get past some of that stuff and stop doing some of that, because it's actually counterproductive, but I cling to it.
Why do you cling to it?
Probably because it makes me feel like I'm doing something good and helping someone else and being productive and helping someone else see what's possible for them.
What is the attachment to helping someone else feel good about?
Because then in turn, it makes me feel good that they feel good. And really, when it comes down to it,
Why do you give yourself permission to feel good when someone else feels good?
oh, personal validation, actually, it's not personal, it's external, probably validation from someone else.
What is it about the external validation that allows you to validate yourself?
Because sometimes I feel like I am not personally doing all the things I could do, but that one thing that I did that helped them, then at least I know that that's something good that I did. And if I can get that feeling 15 times, that it makes up for everything else that I'm, avoiding or not doing.
It's kind of interesting. And this is just a hunch. You haven't said this word, you haven't used these words yet. So this is just a hunch, and you can tell me I'm totally off base if this is the case. But what you just said almost made me wonder if you're like, if I do this one thing, then I don't have to feel badly about all the shortfall things that I have outside of it.
Basically, yeah.
Why, if you do this one thing, you don't have to feel badly about all the shortfall things? Why is that?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Let's take a guess. What is it about that?
If I'm, I don't know, if I'm being championed in one area and that feels better than, I don't know.
If you're being championed in one area, you feel better.
Yeah.
If you're not being championed in one area, what happens?
Then I feel like I'm not doing something right. And I start questioning myself. And then I start questioning my leadership. And I start questioning if I have the right influence. And then I start questioning if like my presence on social media is impactful. And then the deck of cards falls.
Isn't it interesting to look at? It might be what you need to do to question those things. And yet, if you're feeling championed in one area, then you prevent yourself from questioning yourself in all those areas.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically what I've found in the questioning of self that I find the direction that I need to go. And so if we're holding on to this, I'm a champion here, then I don't have to worry about all the rest of this out here. Then you're literally blocking yourself from looking at this as a whole, because you're like, I've got this one thing that's good over here, so I'm good. Something that I used to do with myself back in the very beginning, when they would have leaderboards that reflected your growth in your levels 1 through 4. And in my mind, as long as I was on that leaderboard every week, then I was like, I don't have to worry about my team and I'm doing everything right. And when I wasn't on the leaderboard, I chose that as a signal to think, we're a mess, we're doing it wrong, I need to start showing up better, I need to dig in more, I need to recruit someone in. And then when they changed the way that the leaderboard was listed, and it was no longer, because they changed the way they paid out the welcome packs. So it was like my team was operating at the exact same level, but it wasn't making the leaderboard ever. And I had to really wrestle with this, because I made it mean that if I was doing this okay, then I was okay. And what I'm curious about here is, what are you blocking yourself from seeing and hearing because you're telling yourself you're fine because you're doing this right here?
because I'm blocking myself because like from, like I said, I know that I could have a bigger impact in social media and that I could be producing content. Like I said, I'm not really interested in having this huge following and being this big influencer, but I know that I could be pulling in or attracting more potential business builders or people that need my products by producing the type of content that I want to produce, but I don't do it because I'm afraid that someone will say something that doesn't feel good or that something about it will not make me feel good.
Why do you need to feel good?
Because I don't like feeling bad.
Me neither. Explain to me how and why you should feel good all the time.
I shouldn't feel good all the time. And I know that that's not realistic, but when it comes to putting yourself out there, sometimes, especially like I'm comfortable on Facebook for the most part. That's not even a problem. Like I don't care,
Why?
but that's
What
like
thoughts
friends,
create
family.
that? What is it about Facebook that's not a problem?
For the most part, it's friends and family, or even if it's people that I don't know as well, it's a different atmosphere for the most part. I feel like people are maybe slightly less critical or slightly less willing to tear you down. At least that's been my experience. But on
This is a wonderful thought that's allowing you to show up on Facebook, and it's your most damaging thought on other platforms.
Mhm,
It's totally made up. It's not even true.
probably.
No, it's a thought in your T line. People are less critical. It was not in my facts that I presented today on my social media research. Did you hear me say people are less critical on Facebook?
No,
No. Why? Why didn't I say that?
it's not a fact.
It's not a fact. It's a story that you are committed to believing, and you can totally run your whole business on Facebook if you want to.
And I have.
Great. Why do we need to go work on Instagram and TikTok then?
Because I feel like I'm looking for something more. Like I'm looking for a business builder, or like maybe trying to niche down and find my people. And I don't have as easy of time doing that on Facebook because that's more where I connect with like friends and I may still do my business on there, but it's also me, and it's like my whole life. I don't want to niche down on Facebook and have like this certain focus.
How could you approach Instagram, for example, if with the idea that you could be less critical of you in that space? Because what I see here is that when you think about yourself on Facebook, you are far less critical of yourself. But when you think about yourself on Instagram and TikTok, you're very critical of self. You say you're worried about people being critical of you, but that's not the case. It's the judgment and criticism that you offer yourself when you think about showing up in that space. So how could you approach Instagram or TikTok, whatever, with less criticism of self to get the result you want?
Probably posting the content that I want to post and not caring so much what the outcome is going to be.
So posting the content that you want, what's that?
I don't even know right now because
it would be
when I just
fun
posted
to
whatever I
explore.
wanted, it's too all, it's too all over the place when I just post.
How do we know it's too all over the place?
Because social media experts tell you so. That's why.
How do we know? So because a social media expert told you, looked at your specific account and said, you're all over the place.
kind of, they all talk about finding a topic and sticking to it for the most part, and then
Okay.
being more yourself in your stories.
Notice that's what they said, and you thought, I'm doing it wrong.
Mhm.
But we don't know for sure that your account falls under that. It might, maybe, I don't know. I'm not looking at it right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
And when you believe and buy into that you're doing it wrong, that's where you feel overwhelmed, and then you avoid showing up there.
Yeah.
Do you want to believe that you're doing it wrong?
No, I don't want to believe that.
Are you doing it wrong?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Let's look for what else is true. Have you built your business on social media?
Yes.
Has some of your business come from Instagram?
I have not signed up anybody from Instagram. No.
Is it possible that some of your social media posts of friends and family that have seen your Instagram posts but messaged you on Facebook? Is it possible that you have influence on Instagram that you're not aware of?
Yes.
Okay. And when you think of the income that you make as a network marketer from your phone, when you look at your tax form or you look at your monthly paychecks
Mhm.
and you look at the amount you make, that amount of money, we're getting your T line here. It's fine. Just stay with me. I'll explain it in a minute. Do you feel like it is something that would be considered successful or unsuccessful?
I think it'd be considered successful.
So explain to me how you're doing it wrong, because the two aren't matching up for me.
Because I'm really hard on myself and I want to do more. And when I'm not doing it, or I'm at a certain place for a certain amount of time and I'm not having like growth outside of that, then it feels like it's not as because it's not what I was envisioning, or it's because it's not the direction that I thought it was going to go. It seems like it's not enough and I need to do more.
What's that about? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I just like, that's how I've always been this way. Like, if I just work harder, if I just do more, if I just whatever, then I'll get what I need.
And that is a thought error.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even true. In fact, the more I work, the worse I get.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this idea that I shared with you today on the call about it's not how hard you row, it's about the boat you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this attachment for some of us to overworking or working really hard to be able to get what we want, right? Because so many of us have been taught to believe that if you work hard enough, you can have anything you want. Yes. And also, it's possible that you can put in a smaller amount of effort and get something even better because you were able to connect with yourself from a place of like, what is my worth and value that I can share with the world, and how can I bless others with it? Instead of, I have to get everyone to do what I'm doing and get everyone to buy what I'm buying, and that's the only way to succeed, and I just have to work harder. Do you notice the difference?
Mm-hmm.
You can take action from both, and you can find success in both. Does it feel scary thinking about doing it the way I said at first?
Because I don't know how to do it that way. Because I have to totally rewire my brain and
Mm-hmm.
force myself to do it differently and think about it differently and come from a completely different place.
Isn't that what you're wanting though?
Yeah.
So what do you feel like is in the way of being able to learn that right now?
I feel like when I was doing that before, like, cause I was like actively like being very consistent on Instagram, and I was posting, and I was trying to engage a little bit with other people and find, people to bring into my circle, and, you know, build relationships with people and stuff like that, and do those types of things. And I was being really diligent about it, that it wasn't resulting in anything. I didn't have much growth on my account. I wasn't getting any new customers. I wasn't like, my conversations like fell flat somehow. And I just felt like, okay, this is not the way.
And when you hinge your approval of whether you're doing it right or not on numbers of followers and even
Yep.
customer purchases, you set yourself up to fail.
Right.
And this is where for people that are high achievers, that when we are very focused on numbers and goals and meeting this and understanding that, like, yes, like, it's all so nice and fluffy and foo-foo to be like, oh yes, like, it's about where your heart is, not about where your numbers are. Yeah. And also, I want to make more money and I want to grow my team bigger. So there's this idea, and I think this is what I want to offer to you to sort of explore and think about over the next couple of days, is what is it about me feeling like I am only enough, or that my effort is enough, if it results in an external validation outside of me? Because it is in the answer to that question. And your brain's going to say, we don't know. We'll just stay doing it the way we are, even though we're miserable and we don't even like it. We like some parts of it, but really we just overwork ourselves. And then we lose our joy in the process, and we don't ultimately succeed with self when we do that. And yeah, you can keep doing it that way. You can. There's lots of people that get up and go to a job that they hate for their whole lives. And then they retire, and then they're free and they get to have their retirement. And they're like, wow, I hated my job my whole life. That's not typically what I find most entrepreneurs resonating with. And if you get to a place where you're like, this is not the way I saw this happening, this is not how I want to engage with my business. I used to love my business. I used to love these things. And now I'm just sort of like white knuckle gripping. You didn't use those words, so I'm not trying to put them in your mouth. So it'd be like, no, that's not how I feel. And I'm not trying to put it in your mouth there. But in a way, getting to the root cause of why it has to be, your effort has to be enough, what that's about. Because when your brain says, we don't know, and we'll just keep doing it the way we've always done it, then you shut down your brain's ability to find a different way. And what I know to be true is that when you unlock this, which I would love to help you do over and over and over again, you will be unstoppable and you will make more money than you're making right now. Because the thoughts that you have right now of, I want to see everyone succeed and have a chance, and I don't feel like myself, and I used to love social media, and I bear the burden of a lot of everything, and I take it on because they won't. All of that is creating the current points and the current money in your bank account right now. And to get a different result, you need to be challenged to think about all of it in a totally different way. And your brain is going to be resistant to that. Even with a coach, you're going to be resistant to it. On your own, you're going to stay doing exactly what you're doing, because that's just like, you're making good money. You're making great money. You might as well just keep getting on the bike every day and riding it. I mean, it's working, but you could be so much more in love with it and could be at the goal you want with it if you're willing to be curious and get to the root cause of what that is about, that continues to drive you to reach for it, even though it's not what you really want. And you can help people
and achieve the purpose you want them to achieve in a different way? Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm just thinking that I know that there's a better way to do it, but it's something that I have to commit myself to, like, deprogramming a little bit and not being so bent out of shape if X doesn't get done or Y doesn't get done. Like, letting what I did for the day be enough instead of constantly overthinking it.
Who gets to decide if it's enough?
Me.
Good to know.
But I would work, like, if I could function on no sleep, I would probably just work.
Me
I'm
too.
a weirdo.
Me too.
I love working. I love working.
Work is my buffer of choice.
Yes.
Anytime I'm stressed, anxious, need a break, I work. Same. And what would be so fascinating to explore is why you pick that over the discomfort of not.
Yeah.
It'd be magical. Think about it.
It would be. It would be.
Ask yourself these questions that you've said, I don't know to, and hold space for yourself to find an answer. And even though your brain's going to want to be like, hey, we're going to sit down, we're going to find it right now. We have 10 minutes. Let's go. Like, instead of doing that, I want you to be like, yeah, we don't know the answer yet. It'll come. It'll come to us. And then, like, when you're in the shower or you're like exercising or going on a walk or I don't know, sleeping in and you're laying there in the bed in your morning, you're like, stupid answer that's still not coming. Like, laying here thinking that stupid question. I just should go back. I don't even know why I'm even doing this. I should just go back to how I've always done it. Like, we're fine. Like, just get positive. We can do this. Like, when you like see yourself doing things like that, then just be like, settle down, brain. We don't need to find the answer right now. But if we were going to find the answer, what would it be? If we could just take a guess, like, what is that about? And finding that answer is going to help bring up for you the work that you need to do that's going to unlock your next level.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to really dive into on tomorrow and Friday with the goals and the leadership level up. So this is like,
awesome.
You were the perfect person to coach today to lead us into that.
Perfect. Look at that. It worked out for everyone.
It always
does. I got to cry in front of everyone and then it tied in. So.
But see, you're like a beautiful crier. Like, when I cry, I'm like, like, I'm such an ugly crier.
That was under control. That was controlled crying.
Bravo, my friend. We're all very impressed. We wish we could look as beautiful as you when we cry. All right. I'm going to put you back now.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody. How was that? Did you love it? Your homework for tonight is to download the AI app. Go to Google and watch a video if you need. I'll include one in your replay email as well, but any will do. Some of you are going to wait 2 hours to get the email, and that's totally fine. I'm just saying you could go to Google and do it right now on your own also. And then make a post using only AI. And remember to make sure that you have all 4 things in your post that I taught you on day 1. That completes step 3 in the recruiting process. You don't need to send it to me. Just post it in your feed and have your actions be your validation that you did it right. Build on that each time that you post. The AI app that I downloaded was free for 3 days. I just went to the app store and I just typed in Chat GPT. There's different options. And I just picked the one that was free for 3 days. And then it was going to charge me like $4.99 or $7.99 a week after that. And I just went in and canceled it after the 3 days if you don't want to like keep going with it. There's so many. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. And you can do that for this, and then you can cancel it and dig around and find something better if you want. And if you join our inner circle membership, then we're all going to be sharing all of the different ones that we find and what we like. And then you're going to be able to sort of like mastermind with people in the group there as well. So, join either. If you join that inner circle or executive membership community, you're going to be added that Slack channel where we're going to be dropping the names of the apps and the cutting edge modalities like this weekly, daily, all of that. So this is why you want to be plugged in to have me at your fingertips from now on. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4, goal drama. Bring me all your goal drama. And I'm going to bring you the one thing you need to know and do to make sure that you are in the 7% of people that achieve their goals this year. Bye now.